Well, we're on our way to church. Honey, how you think our Proverbs thing is going?
I thi
Think it's being received?
I think it's been good. Today we're doing it. Proverbs was instrumental to me last year at this time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was going through some things. I was down and out. We had beyond the standard 8 count. I was out. You know what I'm saying? Just a matter of when the ref was gonna get to 10, but I wasn't getting up. And Proverbs is actually what stepped in and said, "Whoa, wait a minute, hold on, not out yet, buddy."
Mm-hmm.
And it's very instrumental to me. You know, it's actually when I actually started reading the Bible every day.
Okay.
Proverbs what got me reading the Bible every day instead of ver and walk in church, walk out church.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I started going back to church reflection. So Proverbs is big for me. What I'm seeing from people is some like it, some don't like it. Some some uh some people participate and put what they get from Proverbs. Some people talk about that's not you. It's not your voice. It's not your face. You know. But meanwhile, the only person I know who actually answered the question of what they get is my man Jazzy J, aka Evan Hollywood. And I've known him since I was like 10 years old. I actually used to go to church with Jazzy J, when we were younger.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I know he's got some foundational spirituality in him. And, I think it was Proverbs 3 that he put like, he's got to give up, control of trying to control things and he wants to do and take more time to listen to the Lord, to hear what the Lord says that he should do. So I appreciated that. Shout out Kevin Hollywood, aka Jazzy J. We used to have the crew back in the day, run T. But I mean, overall, I think people, at the end of the day, some people drink coffee every day, some people smoke every day, some people work out every day. If you implement a plan, you can read a chapter in the Bible every day. I started out reading a little bit and think, I'm banging out chapters. And then just to bang out the chapters, and if you're in a relationship and you talk about it with your person, what did you get from it? If they read too, what did you get from it? What did they get from it? Now you're communicating about God. And what does God say? When two or more gather in my name,
Well, when we first got back together, we would take turns reading, or if I was driving, you would read to me.
I
You were
would read
driving.
to you. Well, let me switch my voice. And some people don't think I would read to you speaking poetry. It's my Australian
That's
voice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is my smooth operator voice. I would
It's a book of wisdom. And
right.
I think it's a good book to start with for those people who are looking to have a good start to the year. We start the year off, we're going to lose weight, we're going to eat right. How about let's read the Bible? Let's add that to the things that we're going to do this year. And I think this walk with us will allow people at least to sample some of the books of the Bible. We can't get through all of them in a year. We certainly can make an impact. And Proverbs is the one we started with. So I think.
That's your philosophy.
What's yours?
Yo, I'm reading the Bible. If you want to rock with me, rock with me. If you don't want to rock with me, don't rock with me. It's up to you. People do stuff when they're ready. A lot of people talk about it, but they don't be about it. For me, I needed to get back to the foundation for with my parents, my parents, instilled in me at a young age. And then somewhere along the line, 20s, 30s, whatever, I got lost.
Well, I need a reflection because I haven't read through the Bible since I was in catechism.
What is catechism?
I grew up with it. And we do a study.
I'm sorry, cut you off. What did they say, catechism?
So I grew up Lutheran.
What does that mean? What does that word mean? What is that? Catechism. Could you explain to me what catechism means?
Yeah, no,
I'd like to know today
uh,
what catechism means.
place where you can look up your response.
Yeah, but also you can go to Google, you can go to chat and get like a overall perspective. But I'm still an old head. I like to talk to the old heads. Let's say, can you break this down to me? So I can understand in relevant terms of today. Because I wasn't around in 1766. You know,
Let me break this down.
that's why that King James version be like, woo, wherefore art thou?
Here art thou what a catechism is. A summary of religious doctrine. Hey! A summary of religious doctrine, especially Christian, often presented in a question and answer format, used as a teaching tool to instruct believers on core beliefs like creed, commandments, and dreams.
Thank you very much, Kayla.
You're welcome.
Well, appreciate you taking the time to enlighten us and educate us on the word catechism. It's like the lecture coming. The word for today is lead. The word is pencil. Lead. Graphite. Funny, Jazzy J. What do you want to lead?
Graphite. Who says graphite when you say lead?
Overall, your perspective. Your perspective. I have to change my voice to my tone. So overall, your perspective being their overall perspective on what Proverbs is. And the good thing about it is we've read Proverbs, so we're just going through Proverbs again. And then what I like about AI is AI allows me the ability to clone my voice, to use whatever picture I want, to look the way I want to look. And then I can implement into my picture what it is that the message that I'm trying to, put out into the world. And I can sit there and do it. I did it all day yesterday, Saturday. So therefore, I'm done for the month of January. So now I can move on to February. So now we'll be talking, it helps me because one, I'm also reading again to give a fresh perspective. My perspective last year is not my perspective today. So I give a fresh perspective and then I get to load it up and I'm done and I'm complete and I can move on to other things. And that's what I like about AI. AI didn't create the picture of me. That's my picture that I took actually 4 years ago when I was at the weight that I wanted to, that I'm getting back to the weight. That weight, that's AI, I've grown a beard, kind of on the fence with it, but I'm going to probably go back to the goatee in the picture that you see. But AI didn't create that picture of me. That's my picture that I put out. The voice that's coming out, that's my voice that's coming out. I cloned my voice. I talked into a recording and then it recorded my voice. And now it just translates it into what I wanted to say.
Yes.
So, it speeds up the process and helps things go smoother, faster, to get more things done in less amount of time. So, we're not reading, we're giving our perspective. It's up to you to read and for you to have a perspective, to talk to other people. And hey, did you ever read Proverbs? It's just like if you're at work, if you're playing ball, if you're getting a haircut, if you're hanging out, whatever the case may be. If you want to talk about it, great. If you don't want to talk about it, hey, that's up to you. One thing I've learned as I've gotten older is you're not getting into heaven because your man, your grandma, your great grandma, you're not getting into heaven because they say so. So at some point in life, you got to pick a side, what you choose, what you believe. Like Proverbs has really awakened me to the aspect of like, sometimes even with my friends, we go at it about, the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. We go at it and it's like, they suck. And they say, I'm not doing that. I'm just like, we don't talk about how's your A1C. We don't talk about, how's your money, how you can do this. We're sitting here arguing about 700 texts about the Knicks suck. No, the Knicks are great. The Knicks suck. The Knicks are great. What haven't we said? It's useless rhetoric. And I've just gotten to the point where like, you know what? Hey, the ones that want to be like, yo, the Knicks won, yo, no doubt. But yeah, it's very uncomfortable this weekend. I felt ashamed. I actually felt ashamed that I'm sitting here going back. Somebody's like, "Oh, you sucked." What does Mike Ball skills have to do with the Knicks? And it's like Gladiator. Rodika McCoy. And men have a tendency to do that, compete with one another. Over nonsense. You know, if we tried to upbuild each other as much as we tried to tear each other down, and I'm black, so I don't really know what's going on in other races because I'm not that. But I know in the community, or it might be the people I'm surrounding myself with. But how many try to build each other up when somebody's trying to do something? Hey, if there's anything that I can help you do, just let me know. Or hey, I appreciate what you're doing. It's enlightened me and awakened me to X, Y, and Z. But we quick to, say something, oh, that's this and oh, that's that. It's just whatever. I could care less, you know. And honestly, it started with, I would normally say something, that I ain't supposed to say. Go bunk yourself. How about that? And now we getting off into an argument. But Proverbs has taught me wisdom.
Wisdom.
Like, okay, I appreciate your sharing your thoughts and your opinions with me. I don't agree with it, but I can understand your perspective.
Exactly.
But before Proverbs, go yourself. So it's all about spiritual enlightening, spiritual maturity.
Yes. And growth. And the book of Proverbs will help you. If you read through it slowly and intentionally.
What do you mean slowly?
Don't speed through it. You might want to go back and ponder some of those verses.
You was talking about my girl's voice, that Selena Johnson, slowly. I'm sorry.
But you might want to, read through some of the verses that kind of touch you or make you think and make you go,
Ed Love and Dr. J, things that make you go,
exactly.
And talk about it,
We talked this morning
about if you go out and you do what you do, you know what? I'm not here to tell you to do it, not do it. Gotta puff a little something, drink a little something. I'm not here to say whether you should do it or not, but incorporate asking a question.
Yeah.
Something to help you later on when you're not here.
Exactly.
But it is what it is. People do what they do. This is what we doing, and we sharing. It keeps us accountable. It keeps us consistent. That's what we doing.
And there's Deacon McCoy.
Deacon McCoy. What's up,
Good morning. How are you?
We talking about Proverbs.
Are you in pain?
A little bit.
Okay, we need to keep
the
cold out.
You should have a mask on. You should have a mask, Deke. You gotta keep the cold air out.
I got a mask in my closet.
Okay. What's your thing on Proverbs? How do you feel about Proverbs?
How I feel?
Yeah. What does Proverbs do for you?
Okay, well, so you got me thinking again.
That's what he does. Like, okay, now I'm more talking for you. You need to put that mask on.
Yeah, you need that mask. Go get your mask.
Yeah.
Put your mask on, man.
That cold air from
We early today, so we ain't getting out the car. It's like Martin. Remember Martin used to say when Pam used to talk? And he used to go, oh, that's how I think it was like.
Yeah, I saw him grab. I'm like, okay, you get
yeah, he's in pain. All right, well, we got to close out because we early. Well, we got about 20 more minutes. So let me put Gayla, what is it that, what is your perspective on the hypothesis of the situation going on and blah, blah, blah,
Focus.
I got to talk like that. People talking to me, telling me that's not your voice. So I got to say crazy stuff now.
You've been cloned. Okay.
I've been cloned,
I've been cloned.
I've been cloned.
I like my clone.
Yeah, I like my clone too. My teeth is good on AI. You know what I'm saying? They together. I'm like, shoot, I ain't never.
Still got a little gap.
My teeth ain't never been like that. Ever. I've always had a gap.
But I don't have any wrinkles.
I think it comes from spitting. Remember back in the days when people used to spit? What's that speeding through the parking lot? That's Deacon McCoy. Slow it down, buddy.
Now we know we need to. So now you have to say he'd be doing donuts in the parking lot.
Oh, he running away from the police. That's
Y'all are funny.
that's Freeman.
Y'all have way too much fun.
Oh, Freeman. Found out about the tires. All right, we're just talking.